This is Dennis Wing with your Friday Rhythm Games. Today we're going to specifically focus on guitar and rhythm guitar, and specifically creating parts that really contribute to the whole as a sound, and that involves active listening to bass and drums and what every other instrument is doing, and finding a part that sounds good onto itself and fits with the whole thing. I've been teaching over 25 years, and guitarists typically just do the chords, and if they're in time, then they think that that is good enough. And so let me give you an example of a groove with just paying attention to the chords and maybe the tempo, but not necessarily the groove itself. Here we go. Now, technically, it's in time, and it's in tune, and it's the right chords, but is it really jiving with the rest of the rhythm section? Not really. It's just chords, and it's not like a part. So the first part of making a part for rhythm guitar is the rhythm. And we always think of chords first, I think, but the rhythm is even more important. And if you really listen to the drums and, like Tim Pierce says, play inside the drums, then you may create a part that is contributing to the whole. And here's a potential example using that same groove. You see, rhythm guitar, it's not just about accuracy and the right chords. It's about what the relationship is to what you're playing to what everyone else is playing. And so we tend to, like guitarists, we tend to practice all our guitar-y type stuff at home alone. And then when we get on the gig, we might want to like try it all, or potentially overplay, or like gelling with the whole is not necessarily always our top priority. And so in the process of doing that, you end up creating a part that fits, that can sit on its own, that it's like a part, it's like a thing. It's not just some random chords. It's like a thing that sits on its own. If you ever see one of those like documentaries on famous albums, you know, like where they're with the mix, the guy who recorded it, or at least the guy from the same studio, and he'll isolate certain tracks and play them, and each specific instrument like bass or drum parts or whatever sound cool on their own. They can stand on their own 2 feet and they contribute to the whole. Guitar players don't necessarily always think like that. So let's do a different groove. Let's do a blues shuffle. Here's an example of where the guitar player is just playing chords and not much else. And so there's so much with that shuffle groove you could do. You can create a part that's some chord and some riff type stuff, which is fairly standard guitar stuff. And here's something I don't see a lot of guitarists do, is just play third and sevenths. Just 2-note chord. Technically, it's not even a chord. A chord is 3 or more notes. So you're not even playing a chord. You're playing a double stop, a dyad, whatever you want to call it. I just call it a third and seventh. And playing it on the offbeats really gives the tune forward momentum like this. And then finally, there's like playing certain notes from the chord. Again, I'm not playing chords in this following example because I don't strike all three notes at the same time. I'm like arpeggiating, but I'm changing the order of it, and I'm sometimes letting them ring over each other. So it's not just playing arpeggios. But it's creating a rhythmic part. The rhythm is the primary source of the inspiration, and the note choices are there because to serve the rhythm, so to speak, not the other way around. So I hope you'll take some time next time when you're playing with a band or playing to a backing track or creating a piece of music in your DAW with bass and drums, etc., is to really listen to what the bass and drums are doing and create a part that fits with the whole thing, not just your little what you think you want to trot out based on what you've practiced or something like that. And this is part 3 of a part 4 series of the 4 worst rhythmic habits that working guitarists have. In the next one, which will be the final chapter, is going to be all sorts of creative ideas you can use for soloing or composing or comping.